Well, Group 5, this is our study on the current status and regulation strategies of academic test anxiety among university students. Here is our research outline. We will cover the background, objectives, literature review, methodology, key findings, discussion, and recommendations.
Test anxiety is very common among university students. Many students feel nervous before quizzes, assessments, and exams. A small amount of anxiety can help students study harder, but too much anxiety can make it difficult to focus, remember information, and do well in exam. Many students also do not know how to deal with the stress. Some delay their work or avoid studying, which makes the problem worse. So, our research is about understanding test and anxiety and find a better way to help students manage it. Our research has four main objectives. First, we want to find out how common test anxiety is among university students. Second, we want to know what causes test anxiety, such as study pressure and high expectations. Third, we want to learn how students deal with test anxiety. Finally, we hope to suggest a simple and useful way to help students reduce stress and feel more confident during exams.
In the literature review, we will first define the test anxiety and its impact on academic performance. When they compared to emotional management strategies, cognitive reappraisal, which is more adaptive, and expressive suppression, which is less effective, we will identify a research gap that our study aims to address.
This slide explains our research methodology. First, we use a present cross-stational survey. We collect data from 287 undergraduate students in Malaysia public university used an annual question. Next, we analyze the data with ABM, SPS 26. We use the different studies to summarize the data and test like t-test novel and personal correction to study the relationships between women's family. Our sample include both male and female students from year 1 to year 4, is giving a balanced group for the study. This slide shows our first key finding. Imagine the test presenting user TAI. The average score was 14.5.26, which is the moderate anxiety level. Most students has moderate anxiety, with only a small number had made a stubborn anxiety. This means the test anxiety is common among university students and may affect their study and exam performance.
Hello everyone, now let's move to our second key finding, gender difference in arithmetic test anxiety. Our research question was therefore, do male and female university students have different levels of test anxiety? We run an independent sample tied to cumulative scores. Female students got an average anxiety score of 46.82, while male students only score 43.11. Female showed clearly high anxiety across all survey sections, meaning they feel more stress during the exam and the school assignment. Males, on the other hand, report camera reception to arithmetic pressure. Statistic disable is highly statistic, with a plus than 0.01. This big difference is not just random lucky. It proves gender truly affects test anxiety levels. To conclude, female university students face much stronger tight anxiety than their male peers. These results tell us schools need gender-specific mental support plans to improve student and mental health. Next, now we move to key findings 3. Difference in testing anxiety across academic years. Our research question is does testing anxiety change satisfactorily or for undergraduate in different study years? We used a one-way ANOVA and post-hole test for analysis. The results show a scientific effect of academic years. With plus less than 0.01 years 2 students score 47.50 and year 3 score 47.63. They have much higher test anxiety than year 1 and year 4 students. We call this a mid-degree peak. This high stress happens when students start difficult specific courses, face important exam and occurring planning pressures. For practical suggestions, universities should over-target mental health support, like stress worksheet, especially for second and third year students during this period.
Okay, everyone, now let's look at our first key finding. Test anxiety differs across different university majors. Our research question is simple. Do students feel different level of exam stress based on their study fields? We split students into 3 groups: science, engineering, business, economics, and arts, social science. First, science and engineering students have the highest anxiety score at 48.84. Their courses are really tough with hard exams and strong competition, so they worry most about tests. Next is business students are in the middle. With a score of 45.19, they feel stress from group projects and work-related pressure, but their anxiety is not as high as science majors. Arts and social science students have the lowest score, 42.76. They have more kinds of schoolwork like essay and class presentations, and more creative tasks, which makes them less nervous about exams. We used one-way avoid for analysis. The results shows clear, meaningful difference between the 3 groups. This tells us the type of study program directly changes how much test anxiety students feel. Okay, now let's move to our fifth key finding, the link between emotion management and test anxiety. Our research question here, is there a clear connection between students' ability to control feelings and their exam worry? We found a strong negative overall correlation, R equal to minus 0.45, and this result is statistically significant. Negative correlation means better emotion skills equal lower test anxiety. Among all emotion skills, emotion regulation is the strongest predictor. Its correlation is R equal to minus 0.47, stronger than other emotional abilities. Our main takeaway: students who can manage their feelings will always report less exam stress. If schools want to reduce test anxiety, training students to regulate their emotions is the most useful way. One-on-one conclusions is a great tool here. These private talks give students a safe space to learn ways to calm their stress, which really helps cut down test anxiety over time.
After my group member speech, I will talk about our main study results. First, many university students feel worried before exams. Most students have middle or strong exam worry. Teachers and schools should notice these problems and help students. Second, some students feel much more exam stress. girl students often worry about because they hope to do well in studies. Second year and third year students have lots of schoolwork. Students learning science and engineering subjects also feel stressed. Science, their lessons are hard. Third, it is important for students to control their own feelings. Students who can keep calm feel less worried in exams. Schools should teach students ways to relax themselves, not just give less schoolwork. In short, we need different ways to face this problem. Tell more people about exam worry, give help to easily stressed students, and teach feeling control skills in class. Now let's move to our final conclusion slide. This slide wraps up our whole research with 3 simple points. First, exam worry is very common. 69% of students feel middle or strong exam anxiety. Second, different students have different levels of worry. Girls second and the third students and science majors get the highest stress from exams. Third, learning to control feelings is the best way. Students who can manage their feelings will worry less about tests. Overall, schools need to make special help plans. They should teach useful relaxing skills to those easily stressed students and lower their exam worry. Now let's move to page 12. I will talk about useful ways to advise to help students reduce exam stress. We split these solutions into 2 parts: what students can do themselves and what schools can do. On the left of the slide, doing simple relaxing activities such as yoga and slow mind exercise can help students calm down and feel less stressed from studying. First, let's look at advice for students can learn easy ways to control their feelings. They can change how they think and do short quiet meditation exercise to deal with bad worried feelings before tests. Also, students should make a regular study plan, so they do not have to rush to study everything right before exams. They can talk about their worries with friends, family, or school teachers to get support. Next, we talk about what schools can do to give better help to students. Schools can analyze about managing feelings into daily classes and offer free teacher talk service for all students. Besides, schools can change straight exam rules. They can use different ways to grade students, so students feel less heavy pressure from tests, while still keeping fair learning rules. After talking about these practical suggestions, let's look at our last slide.